guys, it's Sam, and today I have some empties for you. These empties are just out of control. These are makeup, skincare, and hair things, and like, this is the box, like, overflowing. Like, this is some of the stuff that fell out of the box. It's just a lot. So, I'm gonna try to organize this in some kind of coherent fashion and we can get into it. Okay, it is mostly skincare and hair care with a few very small amount of makeup products. So let's go. I'm gonna start with skincare just because that's the most. The first thing is the All Clean Balm from Hamish. This is an oil cleansing step, so a first cleanser that takes off all of your makeup. This is an alternative to the one that I've used before and talked about in the past, which is the Vanilla Co. Clean It Zero. I decided to try this one instead because it seemed a little more, I don't know, natural or something. But it has the little holder at the top, the little cover with the little spatula to like scoop it out. And this is one of those sherbet consistencies. There's absolutely none left, but I was gonna kind of show you. But this has like a cross between a chemical and an earthy scent to it that at first I found kind of unappealing, and then I got really used to, and I'm actually on my second tub of this. I like it a little better than the Clean It Zero. The Clean It Zero feels a little thinner in consistency and just didn't seem to get stuff off quite as well, but both are also fine. And you can get both on Amazon. But I just think I like this one scent-wise a little bit better because the Clean It Zero is more of this like floral grandma smell, and while this is like a plastic herbal, I prefer this more. Then for cleanser, I've gone through another one of the COSRX Low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. Yeah, it has a very long name. This is my like fourth tube of this. I think I talked about this in a previous empties. It's a low pH cleanser. I've started to use this only at night, and I just rinse my face with water in the morning because I have dry skin and I was having some problems with congestion and super dryness and all this stuff, and I started just using this once a day. This has like tea tree and stuff in it, which I think makes it a little bit harsher than I would maybe like. So I am looking for an alternative to this, but I also really like this. I think this is really good for summer, and it's really good for normal to oily, just maybe not for like super dry or only using it once a day, and that's totally fine. I still really like it. It foams up and it has that tea tree scent to it. And it's something that I will repurchase, but not in the winter. I'm looking for a different low pH cleanser. I think there's one from, I want to say Misha that I might try. I don't know, but another popular brand for Korean skincare that I'm going to try in the interim. Then one of my favorites, the Klairs Supple Preparation Toner. This is one that I use the multiple skin method with, so I actually do 2 layers, so I use the 2 skin method. For those of you that don't know, it's just layering on multiple thin layers of products. It's very popular in Korean skincare. So this one I do 2 to 3. I've gone back to only doing 2 because I have a different product that I do 3 with after this, but I really like this, and I only started really noticing a difference with this when I started doing multiple layers of it. So I really enjoy this. So it's very thin, water-like consistency. I don't know if there's gonna be any left. No. And this has like a essential oily type smell to it, but very watered down, and it just dissipates immediately. This is a repurchase. And we have the Hado Labo, I think it's Glycogen Moist. It doesn't even have it on here. Gokujin. I'm really bad about these because most of this is in Japanese, but this is another toner that I will do the multiple skin method with. So this one I do 3, and this is the basic one that people tend to use, and I've recently bought the premium version, which I will talk about in future videos, obviously. This one wasn't quite cutting it. It's very light. It's only a little bit more viscous than the first toner, the Klairs that I showed you, and it works really well for summer, but it just wasn't really cutting it. I needed more for the winter, and as my skin just gets drier as I get older, just as I've noticed that it's been doing that. So this one doesn't quite cut it, but this will be a repurchase. I'm sure that I'll get it when I need it for lighter layers in the summer. This has like no scent to it. Although it almost sort of right now smells like bubbles, but I never noticed it's smelling like anything when I'm putting it on my face. Then we have another favorite that I've used a ton of times before, and this has popped up in empties. This is the COSRX Galactomyces 95 Whitening Power Essence. So this I use after the toners, and I use it pretty much day and night. Sometimes I take a break from it, but I pretty much use it all the time. It's supposed to be a brightening essence. I noticed a lot of improvement when I first started using it, and then that's kind of tapered off and plateaued. So I wouldn't mind trying something else. I think I'm going to try the Secret Key one that's a similar thing to this. This is supposed to be kind of a dupe for the SK2 essence, but the SK2 is supposed to be a lot more powerful, and the SK2 is hella expensive. So I don't plan on buying the SK2 anytime soon, although I'm like slightly tempted because I've heard about the SK2 for like years. But this will probably repurchase if I don't end up liking anything else. I'm gonna try something else for a little while and see if that is any more of an improvement. But this is, again, very, very thin, and I use one layer of this. Then we have the COSRX Advanced 96 Mousse and Power Essence. So this is snail essence. I use this as like, what, my 4th step, I think. And this is just 96% snail. I mean, it's very like stringy, viscousy. It's hard to I think I've shown it in a video before. It's not going to show. I have another bottle, but I'm not going to go and grab that right now. But it has like no scent to it. And yeah, it's like, see, you can kind of see the stringiness a little bit. There's hardly any left in there, but it's more of like a snotty consistency, not gonna lie, but it's clear, doesn't smell like anything, and this really helps with healing skin and dryness. So if I have a zit or I have really dry skin or some kind of like even cuts on my hands or something, I will put this on and it will heal it like in double or triple the time, honestly. And this really helps again with dryness, but I wouldn't be opposed to trying something else snail related, but this is just like a tried and true basic, and I will repurchase this. I temporarily went back to the Mizone Multifunction Formula Snail Repair Intensive Ampoule. Now, all of these things have really long names, but this is the first snail product that I ever tried, and I find that I feel that this has more of a like an anti-aging component to it, but there's so much less than the COSRX. Okay, there you can kind of see how snail, it went away. It had like the little stringiness, but this has less in the bottle, so it barely lasts me like a month, I would say. I put like a little line of it using the dropper on my finger and then rub that in. So I get a ton more uses out of the COSRX, and I couldn't really justify. I feel like the COSRX is a little bit more moisturizing than this is too, but I do feel there's some kind of anti-aging benefit to this one. But I think I just need to get like an anti-aging step or something, like find a serum that I feel like is more anti-aging. But I don't know. I just have a feeling that that's kind of like the look that I got. I got like more even skin tone and stuff like that as well. So I wouldn't be opposed to repurchasing this, but I'm looking for an alternative, and I don't plan on repurchasing it. This is my second bottle of this that I've ever used. Then we have 2 of the Stracia Liquid Gold. These are, I guess you could call it a moisturizer. I couldn't sort of put it on like a next essence step. This has a bunch of ceramides and fatty acids in it, and this is a bright gold, lotiony type consistency. I usually do 2 pumps of this at night for sure, usually 1 pump in the day, but if during the winter I use 2 pumps, I will continue to repurchase this. This is amazing. This is really good for dry skin or any kind of like dehydrated skin, because oily skin can be dehydrated as well. This really just like locks in the moisture, makes your face super soft, and for me, the kind of yellow coloring, the yellow coloring does wear off, but I do notice that if I put this on, don't wear any makeup, it sort of evens out my skin tone. I have like a yellowy base to my skin very, very faintly. So I feel like that kind of does this for me. There's no pigment in it, but the yellowness I just feel does like temporarily provide that. But this is awesome, and my skin just like drinks it up and it makes my skin softer, and my skin just tends to like ceramides from what I found. So I love this stuff. Then I've gone through another tube of the Mizone Multifunction Formula Snail Recovery Gel Cream. This is not a creamy consistency at all. This is a straight up gel. I love this stuff though. I use this as my last sealing step for my daytime moisturizer. Even though it's not occlusive, I just put it on as my last step. I think it kind of has a little bit to that, but it's more snail, so the same kind of benefits that the other snail stuff has, this has. I think that makeup goes on really nicely over it, and it also dries down really nicely and doesn't feel sticky at all, which is why I put it on last. Technically, I should have like maybe put it on during a different step, but I don't like having the heavy creams on during the day as my last step, so this is what I do, and I have not been disappointed yet. Speaking of heavy creams and ceramides, this is the Dr. Jart Ceramide Cream. I totally just roll this up to get every last drop out of it. It's a little more expensive than some of the other things that I've been talking about, but not in a way that I don't find it justifiable. This lasts me usually at least 6 months, if not more. This is like a nice herbally smell to it that I just love. I actually want to try more Dr. Jart stuff because I really do like it. But this is my first step, or was my first step into ceramides, and I love it. And this is my last step at night unless I'm using a sleeping pack. But I highly enjoy this, and this is one of the first things that I noticed, like, ooh, I might have dry skin, because this really helped me like a year ago when I first started using it. I will say that this tube, you can even see it doing it now, was like flaking off, like all of the, like the paint almost was flaking off the outside of the tube, which I've never had happen before. I've had previous tubes of this, and I have a tube now, and it's not doing it, but it was like flaking off, and then it would like get on my skin. Can you see? It would like get on my skin when I was putting my other skincare on, because I keep it all in the same like little basket. Super annoying, but maybe it's just a malfunction of this tube, because it hasn't done that in the past, and it hasn't done it since with this tube, so I don't know. So for sleeping packs, I end up throwing this one out, but I end up buying a new one. This is one that I have had for a while. It's the COSRX Ultimate Nourishing Rice Overnight Spa Mask. This actually now comes in a more sanitary squeeze bottle. So that is what I've gotten now, because you can kind of see that this is just going a little, yeah, this is going, oh, so gross. So this is a yellow consistency right now. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be white. So this has obviously gotten like grossies in it, and that's why I'm throwing it out. And it kind of like smells funky. So that's weird. But I think I used that last winter, or maybe even a little longer ago. But I bought a new tube. I really like it. It's a repurchase. I think it's really brightening and really good for a sleeping pack. Doesn't have a strong smell to it. It has no smell. It just smells kind of like rice, honestly. So that one's really good, but I had to get rid of it because it was gross. Another thing that I was holding on to for too long was the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment. It's the avocado one, so it's green. And this I've had since before I started using Asian skincare, and I just, again, since it's in a pot, I don't feel that it's super sanitary, so I'm not going to put this by my eyes. But this one doesn't look like it's gone bad, because it's, I mean, it's not going to look like that because it's green in consistency anyway. But this was really nice, but I do want to switch to some kind of like Asian skincare variety one. I think I went through a couple tubes of this when I was using this before, a couple tubs, because obviously it comes in a tub. But I used this before I switched over to mostly Asian skincare, and I liked it, but I'm okay with trying something else. So I do want to get another eye cream. I'm a fan of eye cream. Some people aren't. I like it. I haven't used a dedicated eye cream in a couple of years since using this, but I kind of want to get back into it. I don't know. It's just like a luxury stuff that I kind of like. So, but I don't want to get one that's super expensive, and this one I feel like is probably like $30. You don't need to spend that much money on eye cream. I have found a new sunblock. I was using the Biore one before that had alcohol content to it. This is the Misha All Around Safe Block Waterproof Sun Milk. It's SPF 50 plus with PA 3 pluses. So this, I've said before, has a like old lady scent to it that I do not like, but other than that, it's fine. This one is one that you kind of shake up. It's very thin consistency, and I think makeup goes on nicely over it again, and there's no like white cast, and the smell does go away. The smell is stronger when you first get the bottle, and I've noticed that as I wear it, either I get more used to the scent, or it just kind of starts to go away as it gets like more exposed to the air or whatever, but I really like this and will continue to get it. And you can get it on Amazon, which is awesome. Then some kind of special things that I've tried. I've kind of put a damper on the sheet masks lately and haven't been trying a lot of them because I just don't feel like they are super helpful to me, and sometimes I feel like they may break out, so I'm kind of cautious to use them now. So I did use the My Shemming Rose Dew Moisturizing Mask a while ago. I like this. I would repurchase it. But if I'm not using sheet masks, I don't plan on repurchasing it. I don't notice like a huge difference in moisture. But I did use the Leaders Aqua Ringer sheet mask, and this is a very popular brand and a very popular type of sheet mask. And this is a moisture kick. And I used this when I was going through the thing a couple weeks ago with like my dry skin and just freaking out and needed more. I used this one night and I woke up the next day and my skin wasn't hurting because it was hurting from being so dry even though I was piling stuff on it. So this is really helpful. I would repurchase these, and I didn't notice any kind of breakouts from this. And lastly, for a kind of special step, these are the COSRX Acne Pimple Master Patch. So I've talked about these before. These come in 3 different sizes. There's like 25 in a pack, and you put them over zits, and it's like one of those blister band-aids, and it sucks everything out during the nighttime. I usually put them on at night, or however long you put them on. I try to leave them on as long as possible. So sometimes I put them on during the day if I'm going to be home, and it protects the pimple so you're not picking at it, or that you don't accidentally bump it or whatever, and keeps all the bacteria out of it. And then it does either remove the head or take out all of the gunk or whatever the case may be, and this clears up pimples a ton faster. So when my skin was kind of freaking out from dryness and congestion, this was super helpful. Then some randoms. I didn't really know where to stick it, but I did want to talk about it. I went through a tube of my Sensodyne toothpaste. This is just the extra whitening, but I wanted to mention this because I started using this a little while ago because I was noticing that I was getting zits and like just whiteheads and stuff around my mouth, and I think it was because of my toothpaste, because when I switched toothpaste to this, which doesn't have a certain chemical in it, which I don't even know because I can't like find it on the package, but this doesn't have a certain chemical that a lot of like the Crest and the Colgates do. So some people have sensitivities to toothpastes as far as like their skin around their mouth. Even though I would like wipe my mouth off, I would wash my like face after brushing my teeth, I would still get like zits and stuff around my mouth for like ever. So this is way better, and I haven't noticed a difference in like my dental health getting worse or anything. This is a pretty well recommended toothpaste, so it's been good. But I want to give that tip if you guys get a lot of like stuff on your chin or like corners of your mouth, acne, try that out, or like another one of the sensitive toothpaste, because they don't have some of the chemicals that cause that. And I've also gone through a little, this is a Bausch & Lomb, that doesn't really matter. It's just a re-wetting drop for your contacts. So if those of you that follow me are wondering, I started getting longer nails, you know, talons. And some people are like, how do you take your contacts out? So I use re-wetting drops. I put a couple in here, and then I make sure my fingers are like clean and really dry. And I'm able to kind of just slide it off, and it either like crumples up or just comes off on my finger using the re-wetting drops. I followed, I think it was Patrick Starr did something on taking his contacts out with his long nails, and that's what he did. So that's what I do now. And I've gone through a thing of these, and I have an easy time taking out my contacts. It was an adjustment period for a little bit, trying to figure out how to do it, because I've always done it the same way, and I couldn't do it that way with longer nails. It's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make, and it's fine. So I just use these, and they last me a long time because I only use like a couple drops a day. Then a body thing, I went through a small package of the Olive Branch Shower Gel from Lush. I really like this, but I went through it way too fast. This is like an oil-based one. It has olive oil in it. It smells so good. I like really like earthy, woodsy, herbally scents, and this is definitely that. But I went through this in like a month, and I've used, I think, Honey I Wash the Kids, or whatever the soap is. That's, I think it's called It's Raining Men. It's the Honey I Wash the Kids like scent. There's a Honey I Wash the Kids soap block, and it's that scent in shower gel form. I've used one of those in this size over like months. This one I went through in like a month, but it's so nice, and it feels like oil cleansing, like oil cleansing on your face, but like on your body, it just feels great. But I'm not spending that much money on Lush. Sorry. But I will maybe try some of the Bath & Body Works ones that are not making with like olive oil and stuff, because Bath & Body Works is so much cheaper and they have a million sales. But I can't do this, even though it smells so good and I love it. Maybe I could get like a soap version of this. It's delicious. I have 3 makeup products, so let's go over those really quickly. The first is this little BB pot of the Meow Cosmetics Flawless Feline Foundation. It's in the Munchkin size, and I use Flawless Zero Inquisitive Corot. And this is a indie makeup brand that has all these different just ranges of foundation, like so many shade ranges. If you want to use powder foundation and you can't find your shade, this has every little undertone difference. You can get little sample sizes and try everything out. That's what I did to find your exact match, and this is an exact match. This is what I wear every day for work. I don't put on like full faces of makeup, liquid stuff, anything for work. I just use this, and then I'll use a little bit extra of this to like spot conceal. So this is a loose powder. I really like it. If you like the Bare Minerals and stuff, I like this way more than Bare Minerals. And like I said, so many shade ranges, and everything is the name of a cat breed, which is adorable. So I love it. But this little pot, even though I'm wearing it like mostly every day, will last me like a solid year. You don't even need the big one. Like, it's fine. And I just tear off only a little bit of the tape, so only a couple of the holes are open on it until the very end. That's when I tear off all of it. So I just tear off like a little bit, and it doesn't get everywhere or anything. So it's great, and I continue to use this, and I have repurchased it and will repurchase. Next we have the Maybelline Full and Soft Mascara. This is my favorite mascara that I will continue to repurchase. I buy it in the waterproof, and this is the very black, the blackest black that you can get for this line. And I really like this. It is a traditional brush, so it's not one of those plastic brushes, and I find that it's the longest lasting. It doesn't really give me flakies or anything, and it is volumizing and keeps my lashes curled most of the day. And I have lashes that stick like straight out. So I like this a lot, and I will continue to repurchase it. Then we have this teeny tiny sample of the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. This stuff's expensive, and I would like to repurchase it, but I probably won't because it's expensive. This is more of a lotion type consistency. I really liked it. I still have yet to find a primer, and people are like this. Either you love primer or you like don't notice a difference. I don't really notice a difference. I also don't really tend to wear foundation and stuff out for like a full day, so I just use it to make it look a little more even. I want to try some of the more like dry skin primers, so like the Hangover RX from Too Faced, and maybe some like the Becca Backlit priming filter, those kinds of ones that give more of like a glowy finish, because I don't really need it for like oil control or anything like that. So this is nice, but it's expensive, and I won't buy a full size. No. And finally, we have hair stuff. So a couple things I have like multiples of, and that first thing is the L'Oreal Magic Root Grey Root Cover Up Temporary Gray Concealer Spray. whatever in dark brown. This I was using every day at my full-time job to cover up my hair when it was purple and blue and green and stuff. And I finally was like, I can't keep repurchasing this. This makes your hair like kind of gross. It feels like really heavy hairspray, and it does like come off. And if I had to wear it multiple days in a row, it made my hair really nasty, and it's just like, it wasn't worth it. Even though I miss my hair so much. I miss my colored hair so much. So once I can have it out all the time, my hair will go back to being colors. More likely than not. But I just can't continue to do this. I actually have a couple other bottles of this in my closet for if I ever do have to switch back to that, but it's done. And this is really messy, and it made my shower really gross when I was washing it, and I think it dried out my hair, and it's just like, but it was a necessary evil when I was having my hair like that because I needed to live my best life. Let's just get the other thing that I have 3 of out of the way. I've talked about this before in Empties. This is the Obaya Naturals Curl Hydration Spray. So I use this in the morning for 2nd, 3rd, 4th day hair to like rehydrate and like spring my curls and everything back up. I really like this. It's like a herbally watery scent, and some people just use water, or they use water mixed with conditioner. I could never find the right proportions. This always gives me a good look, and I just never, I'm never disappointed by this. So I'll continue to buy it. I have a little travel size of the Diva Curl One Condition Decadence. This is from their more moisturizing line, and as I've said in my video about curly girl routines and stuff, I've been trying out more of the Diva Curl stuff. I like the smell of their products. I really like this. It has more of a like, it's not coconut. It smells different than the other stuff. The other stuff has like a more herbally smell to it, and this is more of a like sweet smell. So I like this, but I don't think my hair needs this kind of deep conditioning every day. It gets more way down if it gets too much of that. So I don't think I plan on using any more of the One Condition in Decadence. I think I might get One Condition like Original maybe. I don't think I need Delight. I think I need Original, or I might just not end up using any One Condition at all. But this was nice, smells good, but I think it's ultimately too heavy for my hair. Then I have something that I've had since way back when my hair was long, which was like 3 years ago almost at this point. Well, like over two. A while. This is the Jessie Curl Hair Cleansing Cream, and this comes in the citrus lavender scent, and it is a, I believe it's a low poo, I think it still has, it might be a no poo, but this one definitely felt like it's a little more stripping, and it is lavender and citrus, mostly lavender smelling. It's very watery in consistency, and I liked it for really like getting, if you want like more of a deep clean on your hair, but you don't want to use like a cleansing conditioner or like a sulfate conditioner, because I don't think this has any sulfates in it. I'm not seeing it. So this definitely had more of like a, not super foamy, but a little bit, and my hair felt more squeaky clean. So if you want your hair to be squeaky clean, again, get this, but I don't tend to want my hair to be squeaky clean because then it gets it dry and nasty. So I don't think I'll be repurchasing this. I'll try other cleansing conditioners, which I have continued to do. Then we have this guy, and this is something that I used when my hair was growing back from after it fell out after chemo. This is the Nubian Heritage Indian Hemp and Tamanu, I believe it's called, co-wash. So it's a fortify and soften. This is delightful for some reason because it has like an herbally, Gerald would call it like a salad dressing scent, but like it's really good because it has like garlic. It is garlic, manoi, and bamboo, and I think that's where like the garlic kind of comes out in that. But it smells good, and it's very like earthy, woodsy, herbally smell, but I really like this. The hemp smell, that kind of thing, all of that. So I liked this. I got it because I was trying to get stuff that would make my hair grow back faster. So I liked it when I was using it. I used it when I had really short, like that almost like buzz cut look to it. I wasn't buzzed, it was just growing back in from being gone. But I used it when it was that short, and I liked it because when your hair's that short, it needs a little more proper cleansing because otherwise the oils just like get all in there. So I liked this, but I don't think I'll repurchase it because I don't need my hair to grow really fast because I'm keeping it short. So I really like this. This is the Curl Junkie Repair Me Reconstructive Hair Treatment. This is something that I think I started using before my hair fell out, and then I've continued to use it. But this has like a coconut scent to it, I want to say. Yes. It smells so good. This is a protein treatment, and I will repurchase this. I like what protein does for my hair. I can't overuse it. Gotta be careful. There's a balance with protein, but this definitely makes my hair spring back up and give it a little more life when it's needing it. So I'm trying other protein treatments. I'm trying a Diva Curl one right now that I like as well, and Diva Curl's easier to get your hands on than Curl Junkie is, because Curl Junkie you can only get from like Curl Mart or directly from Curl Junkie, and it's like there's not free shipping and it's like a whole thing. So I don't know. I will repurchase this. I'm open to repurchasing it, but if I find other ones, then I won't. But I liked this. I would recommend it. And lastly, I went through a bottle of the LA Looks Extreme Sport Level 10 Plus Hold. This is the blue one. It's like $3 at any drugstore, and it definitely has like a, oh man, that middle school smell, you know? It almost smells like a pool or something. It's a very sporty scent, but I use just a little bit of this. I continue to use this. I switch off between this and the Diva Curl Ultra Defining Gel that I have a sample of right now, but this is a really easy gel if you like gel. It's a more extreme hold, but I scrunch this in, let my hair dry completely. It dries in a gel cast, and then I scrunch that out, and I like it. It gives me good definition. I'm a gel person. If you don't like gel, you're not gonna like this. But I like gel, and this lasts forever. All right, that is it for my current empties. Comment below, let me know if you've tried any of these things, and if you have any recommendations for alternate products for things that I said I would be willing to repurchase, but I want to try other things. Comment down below, let me know. I'll check those things out. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye.